South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
They go play action here on first down.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, Hendricks. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Off the play fake. Hendricks to Mixon on the check down. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1. And he's hoping on the road to glory. Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got first and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
Eluding and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Darrell Taylor.
What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. From the gun, Hendricks going to throw deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
A quick throw out to Lockett. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 17, Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They run it with Carson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Dolphins 3. Michael Vincent,
the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Hendricks. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It's taken to the 26. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
75 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead.
Now Myers for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, Hendricks. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get it.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down inside the red zone, past the Seattle 15. It's a big play there for Miami. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Another catch there for Waddle.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. 7 yards to pick up there. Play action. Now Wilson. Rolling to his left. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Now it's Patterson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Cordero Patterson on the loose. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mixon on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game. And this one...
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the 1st down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run again with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Patterson. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And that is incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded just inside the 20. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Four down, four down. Hey, number 28, Mike.
Now Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he will dive trying to get the 1st down, but it looks like he's going to be marked down just short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find mark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Off the play fake. Hendricks. He hits Adams, complete. Oh, look at that hurdle, and now some room to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Dolphins. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. Carson, the first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reach.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. to throw again. Hendricks. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming, Check in. Hey, here we go.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop to 0-2, and they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.